The one thing we forgot when we left Vietnam was that we forgot our children. We pulled out of Vietnam and left tens of thousands of American children there. And at that time they were infants and they were small children. And it was when I got to Saigon and was suddenly confronted with all these Amerasian teenagers that, I mean, it just simply blew me away. Partly because I was just so confused. I kept seeing all these little American faces in front of me, and I couldn't figure out, I was completely disoriented. Well, what are these American teenagers doing here? And then, of course, you know, you come back to reality. Of course, they're Americans, but they're Amerasians.
My name is Linda. I came from Vietnam. My father was in army in Vietnam. He is American. My mother is Vietnamese. I was born in Saigon, in South Vietnam. When I was in Vietnam, it's very difficult life. I have to work every day. But in here, if we work, then I can able to take care of my mother and my young brother.
In 1987, Congressman Bob Mrazek, a representative from Long Island, co-sponsored something called the Amerasian Homecoming Act. And that is mandated a joint cooperative effort between the American government and the Vietnamese government to locate all the Amerasians that they could in Vietnam and get them out of the country. We abandoned them to a communist government, and they were just the living, breathing proof of the enemy to that government.
I don't want to talk about communists, and I don't want very bad. That's why I don't talk, because they look like when they see the American, then they want to say something very bad. That's why I don't want to remember, or I don't want to talk about that.
Vietnamese teenager at that time, they used to call me Amerasian. And I was very angry at them. Then I talked back to them, you are a human being too, and me too, why you say that to me?
If we had lived up to our responsibility to these American children that we abandoned in Vietnam, we would have brought them out in 1975, and we would have educated them like the American children they are. And the government is not doing that. It's places like St. Rita's that goes out and fights for them, and all the other St. Rita's around the country.
There have been approximately 1,200 Amerasians, including their family members, who have come through St. Rita's.
In Vietnam, I can't go to school because I am American. In here, I have to freedom, then I can go to school.
These are young people who want to learn. And I know how difficult it is for them. I can't slow them down. I mean, they are just falling down into a pit of knowledge. They can't stop themselves. And I'm just kind of there hanging on for dear life, too.
Whatever a mother has to do, or a father, for that matter, those needs have to be met here in one way or another by some staff member.
In 1979, there was a war in Nicaragua, civil war. I was 13 years old, and I fought in the war. This is why I work here, because I can support other people that had the same problems that I had in the past. They have it now.
I would like to see an Amerasian Job Corps, specifically for Amerasians, that will not only teach them English, but will take that English and teach them a skill or a trade and let them go out and become productive, tax-paying citizens. As a government, we're not doing that yet.
Give them the time, I say, to begin with, to be acculturated and help them along the way to better their English and get some skills and feel better and get self-esteem and self-confidence, and they'll keep that job. And not only get that entry-level job, but move on. And I truly believe that's the only way to go.
Culturally, they're Vietnamese. But as they stay in America, they will become more culturally American. And we see that. I mean, they like American music. When they have children, they give their children American names.
Ở đây thì em thấy là nó đỡ.
I feel much better than when I live in Vietnam because here my skin just the same their skin, so they just like they don't say anything when they look at me.
Nó hồi mới như mình ở bên Việt Nam thì mình là người Việt.
When I was in Vietnam, and people used to call me Amerasian, but when I came here, and they saw that I am Amerasian, so I feel very proud of myself that they think I am Amerasian.
I think the American government should be ashamed of itself. We knew we were getting out of that war. We had years to plan to get these kids out, and we didn't do it. So we owe them a lot.
Many of the children that come here, they come here with dreams. They come here with hope.
I don't know how they do it. They're the most magnificent young people I have ever met.